This is a story about the trucking world. For all the truckers and people involved in the trucking industry, all over America and Canada, and my home state of Alaska. Let's start out with people who have been around the industry for a long time. Some of the big names like England, Warner Brothers, Covenant, US Express, Swift, Prime, Interstate, and the Sherman Brothers. They have their struggles. Carriers have kept up America moving. They have done a lot of great things, fighting fuel costs, regulations, and being able to keep drivers happy. Our fuel prices today have gone out of sight, and the cost of maintenance, tires, engine repair, and just general costs of doing business. Remember, without trucks, America would come to a crawl. Getting into the truckers that have some of the most dangerous and hazardous jobs, like the Canadian and Alaska carriers, like Carlisle, who operates K&W, Linden, Alaska West, and Sourdough Express, Big State, and Crawley with their tanker fleets, and Canadians like Bandstra, Arrow, Ryder Bulk, Chambers, Aggressive, Grant Bauer, and Coastal Pacific Express, and also Westcan and Bay Ridge. Yes, the loggers and the lumber haulers are fighting the same challenge that we are, from the sawmills in Washington and Oregon to British Columbia. One thing we have in common, from a trucker to a big fleet, we love what we do each day. And that's why drivers like Randy Carter, Ron DeRosset, Ike Dykes, Robert Walling, Ben Little, Gary Jones, Bill Galbert, Dave Boley, Dave Flood, Bob Dunham, Mickey Edmonds, and Scott Kasparic. Just a lot of good friends of mine. Yes, people like Richie Sumbers, Terry Reeves, Bud McFarland, Jerry Turk, Tim Chase, Bill Truitt, Terry Yelly, Stumpmaker, Ray Armstrong, Russell Tucker, Ron Tracy, and Mike Romanella. This is like having my own private Facebook, but we're not through yet. I'm happy to see new owner-operators come alive, like this young girl, Shelby, that just started running the Cassiar with us. And I hope to see OJ back this year. And we all have a favorite, Steve Johnson. It's been really hard on people like Hoss Snooky, and for all of us who have to keep our health up. That's a problem in itself. But that's why the trucking family goes on. That we bond together, and we always try to help each other. Now let's look at some of these new rules and regulations. I hope they don't destroy us, because as we keep trucking across the land, a big thank you to Joe and Chelan and Dave Middleton, who help us up on the Cassiar. And for our wives that are at home and our girlfriends, this is the trucking world. Now let's take a look at what truckers can do to solve some of these problems. We could become a voting bloc, have a voice like organizations. Landline and Overdrive are all trying to help the trucking industry. We need to do something, get this thing back together. I'm very thankful that I'm going on 40 years with these trucks. Very thankful that the last 15 years with Vic Hoskins, owning his freight. And that about sums it up. I got friends like JP and John Fry, Ron McFarland, Mike Earhart, Gary Robbins, so many more. Of course, most all we owe this to God and my wife Denise, and I hope it all works out for us. We can do it. Thank you again. Singin Sam.